One of the lighter elements is titanium. Here's a sample of titanium here, and if you compare this with the density of other metals, you see that it is much lighter. In fact, titanium alloys are used where structural strength is needed, but weight or heaviness is to be avoided. We can compare this sample of titanium with a sample, for example, of tungsten. Here we have roughly the same size of titanium in this hand and tungsten in this hand. And let's see how they compare on the scales. Titanium, tungsten. No contest. The tungsten is much, much heavier than the titanium is. Here is a rotor bucket, which is made of titanium. You can see this is put on centrifuges. These can sling around, and several of these can be put on several arms. And the centrifuge rapidly rotates, putting an enormous force in each one of these titanium jackets. But we want something which is light, titanium, and yet strong, again, titanium. This is used in biochemistry laboratories. Here is a beautiful crystal of titanium oxide, which is known as rutile. Now, titanium is a very common element in the Earth's crust. In fact, belongs in the 10 most common elements in the Earth's crust. And titanium minerals are quite common. Titanium metal, however, is not so cheap because it's just simply difficult to process. The mineral which is most common containing titanium is ilmenite, which is iron titanate. This is the mineral in which titanium was originally discovered in Cornwall, England, 200 years ago. In fact, the ilmenite from Cornwall was actually in the form of a sand. This is a very precious sample of ilmenite from Cornwall. You see on the label, it's called Monachan. That is the name of the locality, Cornwall, England. The gold miners found this black sand in the alluvial soils, and it took a pastor, Gregor, to analyze this black sand and to realize that it had a new element, which was titanium.